Welcome everyone to a video that I really don't want to make. This is going to be very different from what I usually make on this channel, so apologies in advance. I really try not to be a negative Nancy on Dead by Daylight because we have enough content like this thriving on this platform. I just really want to focus on lighthearted discussion and having a good time with my community in a game that historically, while I would argue isn't the most toxic in the world, it's absolutely one of the most entitled I've ever seen. That said, if you've seen my past couple of videos aside from maybe the most recent dating one that I felt would be really funny, feel free to check that out by the way if you haven't, you might have noticed they've been becoming a bit shorter than usual, and my upload frequency has been happening later in the week more consistently. With all this stated, this video is going to be addressing this and talking about my own personal feelings regarding Dead by Daylight's current direction. I totally get it if you don't want to stick around for this upcoming rant, that's fine. This is a very different video and vibe that I usually put off, and like I said at the start of the video, I'd rather not be doing this and making something more enjoyable. But I really feel like I need to get this off my chest. So, what's been happening with my content? Why has it gotten shorter besides the dating video I posted last week, and why has my upload schedule been getting more inconsistent? Well, ever since the FNAF patch, I've been slowly developing more and more negative feelings when playing this game on a killer standpoint. And it hurts to say this because FNAF was probably my most wanted license beyond anything indie or unrealistic. That series is what got me interested in horror games and media as a whole all those years ago in 2014. However, that patch also introduced a little well-known buff to botany knowledge, a perk that increases heal speeds by 50% but decreases medkit efficiency by 20%. Only they took the downside part out of the patch. Pair this with the other healing perks like Will Make It, Do No Harm, and Desperate Measures, and heal speeds just become off the rails, made even worse if perks like Resurgence are in play, meaning you can quite literally heal in like 2 or 3 seconds. This, as a ton of creators have already pointed out way before me, has resulted in a healing meta that just feels miserable to play against if you're not playing a killer who can get injured very easily, or you're playing the top tiers a la Nurse, Blight, Billy, and Dracula in order to keep up. It also doesn't help vigils all over the place to help with exhaustion perk cooldowns, and while that's all fine and good, it affects close to every single negative status in the game, not just exhausted. This means entire killers like Freddy and Clown, as well as a shit ton of off-meta perks that rely on status effects to get stuff done, get shat on by that perk. ItsJustKetchup here. Forgot to mention that this shit stacks with other vigils as well, and that contributes greatly to me thinking this perk's overtuned. Take that as you will. A good friend of mine, Kuhssir, check her out by the way, goated creator, has a lot of choice words for that perk right now, and honestly, I don't blame her. She mains Freddy after all, a killer that gets very much cucked by this perk. Getting back on topic, vigil restricting perk options contributed to the fun factor going down for me, but the main thing that's been getting me frustrated has primarily been the heal speeds being through the roof right now. But surely you can just run something like Franklin's to counter the medkits, right? Well, yes, but now no. Listen, I'm not gonna bore you about the Walking Dead patch in its entirety since not all of it pertains to this rant, but the first thing I want to talk about here is Franklin's getting gutted. Now, don't get it twisted, no one likes facing Franklins, I think we can all agree on that. Losing your item, especially a non-renewable event one, sucks. The hate surrounding this perk is definitely valid to an extent. That said, it's pretty much the only real counterplay to strong items a survivor can bring into a match. Medkits no longer become a full heal when used on yourself, toolboxes have less charges to fix generators or sabotage, less worry about getting flashlight save in a scenario when facing a wall is impossible, that kind of thing. Now, with the charge depletion removed, there is basically no counter to the heal speeds now unless you dedicate your entire build to anti-heal or you play a killer who can injure very easily like Legion, Kaneki, or Plague. And even this is unreliable at times because if the survivor you're facing is confident, they can just choose to remain injured and ignore your entire build, thus meaning more times on gens. This patch also brought a little perk called Conviction, which, as a reminder to what it does since it's brand new, it literally came out yesterday as of recording, allows you to get yourself up from the ground at 25% recovery bar for 30 seconds, going down again once the timer expires. I'm gonna say this now, how this got out of the PTB is insane to me, as there is a lot of ways to abuse this. You can go down near teammates to keep the killer busy, you can go down at pallets, and unless the killer picks up immediately, which is already a risky play in this scenario unless no one's near you for a save, You basically just get up in seconds for free to reposition. You can run this with Soul Guard for endurance, Unbreakable for faster pickup speed. You can use it to just walk out the door at the end game. It's actually insane, especially with coordination involved. If it was 50 to 75% progress before activating, then I think this wouldn't be nearly as feel bad to face, since you wouldn't be punished for literally just checking to make sure no one's able to go for a save, or kicking a gen or a pallet first before picking up. Then there's stuff like the new fog vial items that are causing all sorts of accessibility issues, and while I agree they're a bit weak on their own, with the potent extract add-on, they become a lot more infuriating to deal with when they're used well. And keep in mind, only one wrong play by the killer is enough to cost them the entire game. Not to mention, this patch has so many game-breaking bugs. Quality assurance has been rough this entire game's history, but the frequency of these bugs have gotten a lot more consistent since Tomb Raider released. This is the worst I've personally seen it, maybe not of all time, but it's definitely among the worst I've seen so far. There's so much more I can talk about this regarding this damn patch and what I don't like about it, but for the sake of time, these were the main points I wanted to talk about, as they're the biggest points for me personally when considering why I'm not a fan of this game at the moment. I don't know. I was already hesitant to play Killer right now outside of requesting friends and members in the community Discord to play with me in customs for recording purposes during the anniversary. But the Walking Dead chapter and so many of its issues and bugs from the PTB making it to live was the thing that finally made me crash out. With all this said, now's the part of the video where I talk about the channel going forward. Let's make one thing clear. I'm not quitting DBD for good, and I'm still going to do DBD content here. That's what I've mainly built so far. Hell, I have one DBD video currently in development that I've decided to delay in order to make this little rant. However, thanks to the state of the game being in the gutter in my opinion, and me feeling forced to make content is affecting my recent video quality, I do believe that once this video is out, it's gonna be time for me to take an extended break from DBD until things settle down or I get video ideas I'm genuinely passionate and interested in making on this game. This is basically the fancy way of saying I'm going to start branching out into other games beyond DBD because I'm losing my motivation to record this game right now. After all, why record something you're not happy with, right? Like I said in my How Do You Have Fun video a couple months ago, if you're not having fun, do something else, play a different game, do anything besides fuel your frustration. As for what exactly I'm going to record, honestly, I'm not 100% sure at this moment, but hey, I like recording and editing this shit for you guys. I'll figure something out. Is this choice going to hurt my sub count and views because of target demographic differences? Oh, abso-fucking-lutely it is. I'm essentially starting something new to get my mind off this game until behavior gets their shit together. I'll be surprised if this channel doesn't suffer a little bit because of it. However, I've stated numerous times that I've been interested in branching out in the past, and if there's any time to do it, I think now is a good time. Like I said, I'm still going to make DBD videos. They aren't going to go away, but they are going to be less frequent as I explore other games. Maybe if the quality of DBD gets better, I'll get back into the swing of things again and cover it more often. But for now, I'm tired and I need some time off once my next actual video is done and out. So yeah, that's my little rant and my current feelings on Dead by Daylight right now. Like I said, very different video than what I'm used to doing, and there's definitely a lot less editing and effort put into it for that reason. But I feel like an extended break from making DBD content thanks to these feelings affecting my work is very much needed right now. And I'll be using this downtime to experiment with other games or content types and just see what clicks. For those that made it to the end, thank you for listening to me rant, and for those who want to continue supporting me and this channel despite the upcoming content shift after my next video is done, you have no idea how much the support means to me. If anyone feels similarly to how I feel about DBD right now, whether it be because of heal meta or the Walking Dead patch making the game borderline unplayable, feel free to share your experiences in the comments. And with that in mind, cheers!